someone from the East can do. Yo, Paulie, I'm from Jersey, exit 2. I grew up in a typical blue-collar neighborhood where most people go to the shore in the summer but don't venture a whole lot further. I always knew I would leave. Adventure is in my blood. I got good grades in school, so got scholarships to college. I was the first one in my family to attend, and I changed my major 3 times. But after I took an elective in photojournalism in my junior year, I knew for sure that's what I wanted to do after graduation. I got lucky and got on with little newspapers, and then eventually got my dream job at the Philadelphia Daily News. Go Philly girl. It was very, very competitive, and so getting that position meant that my future was set. But after shooting a few too many snowstorms and a couple of mafia funerals, I heeded that call for adventure and came out to Phoenix. As you can see, I am dressed in my newspaper attire today. Little did I expect, my husband, my boyfriend at the time, followed me out, and 2 years later we got married. And within a month of our wedding date, his airline job took us to Atlanta and then Detroit, where we were for 7 cold, gray years. He changed positions from Northwest and got a job with Southwest Airlines, which brought us back to our beloved Phoenix. About a year I freelanced for Associated Press, and then I got the job that I've wanted my entire life, which is a staff position at the Arizona Republic. My future in my life was set. I had a front row seat to life, shooting everything from homeless people and hostage situations to being on the sideline at the Super Bowl and backstage with celebrities. I had the best job in the world, and I knew it. And then 2008 came, and the economy crashed. I was the 4th round of layoffs in the newsroom. My life was completely devastated because my career was not only my life, I felt it was my calling. I never had children, and this was what I thought I was meant to do. But little did I know, for years another calling had already been in the making, one that's much bigger and more important. You see, back in 2001, when we moved into our new place, my sister-in-law got me one of those betta fish planters. I thought, okay, great. Now I gotta take care of this dumb fish. So I put it on the countertop next to the coffee pot, and it was the first thing I'd see when I got up in the morning. And in very little time, I really connected to this little guy, and I named him Chester. And that was the beginning of my journey to realize I needed more connection in my life. So my husband decided that maybe we should get a puppy. We never had pets of our own. And about a month later, we came home with these 2 little guys. They were puppies at the time, Chewbacca and Coco. And puppyhood turned out to be a lot more than I had bargained for, never having pets. And potty training, forget it. We almost gave them away to somebody who was interested, but at the last minute we changed our mind. Thank God we did, or my entire life direction would be different right now. These guys turned out to be one of the greatest joys of my life. Now, one day I had asked my photo editor if I could shoot a typical day in the life of the Arizona Humane Society. And it was a slow summer day. I said, yeah, sure. So I arrived on that Saturday morning only to find a sign out front that said, "We are at capacity, your animals may be euthanized." And so I went in and noticed that a few people were turning away, but most people continued to come in. I went around to the side of the building where I saw dogs being led to the screen door, and they were indeed being taken to be euthanized. I saw one dog whose tail was wagging, and as the attendant went to grab the doorknob, he licked her hand. And then I went around front and I got some shots of this new little litter of kittens that had just arrived a few minutes ago. Towards the end of the day, I decided to go back and see how they had progressed through the system. Only to find that just a few minutes after I took that photo, they too were euthanized, along with 14 other litters of kittens that day. 15 litters, one day in one facility. In our country, 11,000 cats and dogs are euthanized every day in litters in our country. Now, there are so many big problems that we have that have difficult solutions, but this is not one of them. With education, spay, neuter, and stricter laws to ban puppy mills, this problem can be gone in our lifetime. This is the thing that has brought me to Toastmasters today. This is my new calling and my passion, and the reason that I'd like to communicate better to solve this cause. Thank you for your time, and now everyone please smile for a photo. This part should have been ready. I'm on camera mode, I'm on other. Never mind, I'll get that later.